Any follow breaking news this afternoon, at least one person has been killed after a train collided with a semi-truck. All of this happening along South Orange Avenue. We want to take you live pictures here. Chopper 2 is in the air. You can see the semi-vehicle is just ripped in half. There are folks on the train that are being evacuated at this point. We do know the driver of that vehicle has been killed. WESH 2's Bob Keeling, he is on the ground. He's been gathering information for us since this has been unraveling. Bob, what's the very latest?
Well, Meredith, there is a large stretch of Orange Avenue just north of Sand Lake Road that is completely closed at this point because of all of the work to try to respond to this accident. John Mulhall is here with the Orange County Fire Department. And John, this has to be a difficult operation trying to evacuate all of these passengers. How many and where are they going to go?
Well, and that's one of the challenges we're facing now. We've assessed a lot of their injuries. We've treated at least 15 at this point, but that number keeps training. But for the safety of our firefighters, we had to kill the power to the train, which means no air conditioning on board. So right now we're in the process of getting all the passengers clear of the train area and then finding a comfortable place for them while we figure out the long term what we're going to do.
But just to be clear, there appears to be, there's obviously the one fatality. Is that the only serious injury that you would characterize here?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah. Do we know any of the circumstances how this vehicle and the train collided?
It was at a marked crossing. Highway Patrol already has a lot of their investigators on scene, so I'm sure they're going to look into the exact details of it. But the train struck the truck and did some serious damage to it. So the truck was on the tracks. Why it was there, where it was going, is all going to be the Highway Patrol investigators.
So obviously this is going to be a complicated response, and this is going to be going on for several hours, I would imagine?
Oh, certainly. I mean, 140 potential patients. We trigger what we call a mass casualty incident response, where we just quickly start triaging patients. We set up sectors to make sure everyone gets to the hospital. We inform the hospital so they can expect an onslaught of extra patients. We try to divvy up the patients between hospitals if the numbers get to be that high. Fortunately, it's looking like the number of patients from the train itself is remaining pretty low, so I don't think we're going to be overwhelming the hospital system.
So in the meantime, I would imagine, ask people if you don't have to be down in this area, stay away from it?
Oh, without doubt. Orange Avenue is closed solid right now. Nothing's moving north of Sand Lake, so definitely find alternate routes.
And so at this point, we don't know how this collision happened. We also saw that there was some sort of fire. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, when the train and the truck collided, the fuel from the truck spilled and did ignite. It seems like the fire was contained just to that point of impact, so the engine and the truck itself. Our first firefighters on scene were able to extinguish it very quickly, and I don't even think there was any impact to the passengers on board the train from the fire itself.
We don't know where the train was going or how fast it was traveling. As I understand it, there are no crossing arms at that train crossing, but it is marked?
Right, it's a marked crossing, and we don't know. I mean, obviously, our primary focus is going to be the immediate hazards, the fire, the passengers, things like that. As far as the who, what, where, when, those will all come after the fact.
Okay, but so you're confident you're going to be able to get the folks off that train? The injuries, around a dozen, 12 to 15, right, are not described as serious. You have one fatality was discovered there in the wreckage of that vehicle?
Yes, sir.
All right, John Mulhall, thank you so much for the information. At this point, Orange Avenue, just north of Sand Lake, is completely closed off as Orange County and other first responders working on a fatal train truck accident here in South Orange County. Meredith, let's send it back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you so much.